Hi everyone, it's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. Well, it is starting to feel a lot like fall around here in New England. And what happens in the fall? Well, pumpkin spice happens in the fall. So today I wanted to come to you and show you a really very simple card. I'm going to hold it up real close. It says, Happy Pumpkin Spice Season. This is a card that I developed using Cricut Access images. This pumpkin cutout and everything. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. This is a terrific, versatile card layout that if you just use a little bit of just a little bit of thought and creativity, you can make cards for every occasion using this particular layout. So I'm going to also be including this design space file in my description. So I would recommend that you go ahead and pick that up in the description and then work on trying to develop your own maybe Halloween or the coming, winter holidays, or even the spring or new baby, things like that, because all you need is this little silhouette. So stick with me. I'm going to show you how to put this together really, really quickly. So this card that we're making, this Happy Pumpkin Spice Season card that we're making, it consists of a couple of pieces of paper, the white for the actual card and for this overlay, and then I chose a sort of a zigzag polka dotted for behind the pumpkin, and then for the frame or the mat I chose a different one that is coupled here. And also note that this is written onto the tag, and I used the recent tapestry. I think it was called Tawny, to write this with my Cricut Maker. So here's an example of how you can use these cute little pins that you get, whether they're in the mystery boxes or whether you purchase them. I can use them for making a really sophisticated and yet easy to put together card. So let me show you how to put that together. So you got to cut everything out, and here is this is very basic, but there's the actual card base. So we'll put that aside first. And here's our mat and the overlay, and I cut out this little square that we can put in here. You see? You're just going to flip it over, and see, it doesn't really matter what's on the back. So if you have a double-sided paper that you don't like the other side to, but you like one side to, you can use that. That's no big deal. And you're going to glue that into place, you see? Ooh. And then you're going to you have to keep it turned around and glue along this mat. Right? I put a little bit in the middle. This overlay, I'm going to say it's an overlay, okay? And then we're going to make sure that it is on the mat. And there it is on the mat. And this particular paper doesn't have a back, but it doesn't even matter if it did have a back, because again, we're going to be putting it onto this card. But before we do that, we have to put the tag together, which again, this is a cutout Happy Pumpkin Spice Season, and then there's the mat for that tag. Give it a little bit of glue. Right. And layer that carefully onto the little mat. And when it's attached, put a little bit of glue onto the back of the mat. And then carefully center it underneath the mat, you see? And then the very last part is gluing the finished card front to the card base. This card base is just, it's scored halfway through. And then we've glued that, and we just have to center it. And again, here's another reason why I really love liquid glue, because it gives you a little bit of give. And don't use a lot of glue. Just use a little tiny bit. Just and make sure you're firmly pressing on all of the parts, so that way it is firmly attached to your card. And that's all there is to it. Oh, wasn't that fun? I know I'm enjoying the fall, and I love these little cards, and they're, you know, you can put a sentiment inside if you want, but you can also just buy them, or make a dozen or so of these and give them to someone who really likes to send cards. As far as the envelope goes, I should tell you that generally speaking, I just buy my envelopes, and there are different sizes. This particular card is what's called an A2 size, and you can just buy the envelopes to fit this size card at your local craft store, or you can also buy them online in groups of like 25 or 50. So that way you can spend the time on making the cards and not have to worry about having to put together an envelope. Just a little tip for you. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. I have plenty of other wonderful fall projects coming soon. So please, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and we'll go through them. Thanks so much for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful day.